around pet food. Say yo, buy so good.
Okay, I'm over here on the
Say nothing like that, Shredder.
south side of Chicago with first off my man Laquan right here, who I interviewed before, and he got a whole new group of people over here. So I'm gonna start over here on my left, and we're gonna ask everybody what's their name.
If y'all want to say y'all name.
Yeah, if y'all want to say your name, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you say, that's your name, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm gonna start over here with you, my man.
Ma, man.
We'll say that again?
Ma.
Okay, what about you?
Tone.
What about you? Okay, you.
AJ.
My name's Jody, man. Y'all know fuck out of here, man. I'm gonna speak. That in West Side Chicago, Austin area, man. Y'all know how we come.
For sure.
Ty, son. Fuck with
Okay. What's you again over here? Izzy, okay. And you?
Yep, I'm Key1. You can find me on IG _Westside
Oh, he getting right to it. All right.
Oh shit, I'm just
Okay. All right. So first of all, I want to ask y'all. Okay, we on the west side of Chicago. What's this specific neighborhood name again?
This like Belmont, Craig. Yeah. That's
Lower
like
Belmont, Craig.
Yeah.
Lower Belmont.
Okay, so what's it been like? What is this neighborhood like, and what has it been like over here lately? Like any specific incidents?
I'm not more from over here. I just moved over here to get away from Austin. Yeah. Austin is like a block away. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's busting over there. You know what I'm saying? They just in the motherfucker. So I just got away, came over here. You know what I'm saying? Moved my family over here. Well, over here it's pretty cool. You feel me? But once you cross that motherfucking viaduct, is you know what I'm saying?
It's a wrap.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so there's a lot of stuff been going on like in the news lately. And first of all, y'all know you was telling me about y'all had a recent like a discussion about a subject that's been all over the place, involving the police and young African Americans. First of all, you ever had any specific experience yourself dealing with that you can mention?
I got a lot. Shit, I can name my first experience with police officers. For one, I'm not gonna say it's like a black people versus police thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, all police are not. You know what I'm saying?
They just like everybody else. It's like it's good people with bad people, and good cops, bad cops. You know.
But I've had experience with bad cops. You know what I'm saying? I think my first experience, I was like maybe 14. I was going to the store for my mom and shit, and they stopped me. They was like, "You fit the description." Like 5 police cars pulled up. Mind you, I'm a kid. I'm 14. I'm a kid. I got threw up on the car. They going all through my pockets and shit. You feel me? Then after they was done, they took my name down on some piece of fucking card. And they was like, "All right, now go." You know what I'm saying? Right. So if you a black kid coming up in the community, you gonna have a disdain for police officers going through that shit, even though it's good and bad cops. That shit leave a saying, a bad taste in your mouth.
But one thing I think everybody got to remember though is like that actually happened to me too. I actually went to jail and spent the night in jail, and I didn't do that. So, but if you live in a rough neighborhood, that's probably gonna happen sometime because otherwise the police ain't gonna be doing their job. But let's get into like some of the incidents that's been happening lately, like with the George Floyd, obviously. Yeah. And what's some of the other ones?
Ahmaud Rashad.
Got shot in the back.
Yeah.
Jacob Blake. Yeah.
Yeah. And what are y'all thoughts on that? Like in protests around the country, and Black Lives Matter. What are y'all thoughts on all of that?
Shit, when it comes to the Black Lives Matter, to be honest with you, like I'm for Black Lives and everything, but I'm not with the movement because we low key we didn't create it. We just you know what I'm saying?
Not to cut you off, I don't like how they branded that shit.
They branded it.
They branded Black Lives Matter, and now it's got a certain view to people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we black and our lives matter.
They making money
but they branding that shit, and that's kind of throwing it off to some people. You feel me? So I don't really like that they branding that shit. Y'all branding Black Lives.
Right.
That shit goofy.
What do you think about like the protesting and the like damaging property and stuff? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you think that's what they need to do? Or you think they shouldn't do that?
How I feel about the damaging property? At first, I actually didn't even like it. Like, especially hearing about how they already trying to talk bad about the neighborhoods and the community and black people can't do this, black people can't have that. But as I did my research and as a lot of my like older peers was informing me on, basically the reason that they damage property is to make people pay and pay attention to the crime that's being held against us and you know, the police brutality. So it's not like we just messing up grocery stores and neighborhoods for no reason. We saying basically, look, if y'all not gonna do right by us, then it makes no sense for us to sit up there and keep buying y'all stuff and putting money in y'all pockets, and y'all just gonna sweep it under the rug like everything else, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much why I, over time, grew to, you know, not really care about that. You can replace that, but you can't replace us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can replace, all of that stuff that got messed up is insured. Best believe that. And if it's not, then that's their problem. But us, we on comeback. You know what I'm saying? Now that's making us more poor. We trying to scrape up money on Facebook just to pay for people who, you know, was basically, you know, hurt by the police or whatever the case may be. So over time, I grew to just say, you know, I don't really care about all of that.
Let me ask you a question though. What if you owned a business?
Yeah.
And they damage your business? And then, okay, let's say you got insurance, and then your insurance rate go up.
Right.
So would you feel the same way?
So personally, and it's hard for me to say currently without owning the business, but personally, I still feel like, you know, because shout out one of the people that owns one of the popular stores in Chicago, Fat Tiger. He a black owner of a business, and his property itself was messed up. He posted it on IG saying, look, we can replace this right here. And that's where I gained respect from him. He said, look, we can replace this, but it's about the movement. It's about the bigger picture. I don't care that y'all took none of the stuff that's in the stores right now. It's because, you know, he wants to shed light on the issues that we all trying to spread light on right now. Right. So I had to respect that, and I agree with it. Like, it's not about me. It's about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because the same way I'd be tripping if they messed up my store, I'd be tripping more if a police killed someone that I love, and, you know, someone in my family. So that's how I feel about it personally.
Okay. You got any thoughts?
You know what I'm saying? With the like destroying buildings and everything like that. I mean, you know, I ain't encouraging, you know, to do it. But I'm saying if we don't do it, like, I mean, destroy the ones that, you know, that was racist towards you and everything. It ain't going to the store, they follow you and this and that. Because if we destroy all that, we can build our own. You get what I'm saying? Then now we can have our own the Black Wall Street again. Because they don't want us to, you know, have our own and everything like that. So they hurry up and close down stores and this and that, try to make it seem like we so violent. To be honest with you, there's videos of police giving out rocks, stuff like this, giving out stone to break the windows because they want us to do it because then people gonna get more money. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we can't shop at the stores. Now we can't eat this and that, and they got bread. They sitting at the crib and everything, eating and all that. You know what I'm saying? So destroy their stuff or whatever and build our own up. Move them out just like how they try to move us out.
Yep.
That's the way I see it.
Was it a lot? I know I've seen, because not too far from here, I've seen some of the businesses, like they had the boards.
Matter of fact, everything, bro. Every neighborhood, bro. Like if you was here during the Chicago riots.
And then that's like, I've been to a lot of cities like recently, and almost every city's got some kind of riot damage in the
It was a lot. You know? Like, I got videos, like I'll post them or I'll send them to you. Like when that shit was going on, I was riding around recording, like how you do. I was riding around recording that shit. I got so many videos, bro. It's ridiculous.
I know Atlanta, there was a lot of damage in Atlanta, you know, because they had their own incident down there too.
With
the
girl.
Yeah, two of them, I think. Cause the guy who ran, and then there was another one.
Somebody that was in the car, shit. They bust the window open on them and shit.
The one that happened at that Wendy's, they already tore that Wendy's down.
Oh yeah, that Wendy's.
I went down there. I went down there to show the Wendy's, and it's gone. They done tore it down already.
Yeah, damn.
They tore the Wendy's down. And then you got the most recent one, what's that girl?
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Yep.
And I was trying to find, I didn't know all the details about.
I didn't know that story, bro.
You know what?
I can give you a gist of what the story is, but I don't want to. I don't want to kind of like get the wrong facts. So this is just me saying it. I don't want nobody to be like he wrong.
Right.
But what I heard was the cops had a no-knock search warrant, which means they don't have to knock. They got a warrant where they can enter without letting anybody know.
Right.
The man in the house assumed that it was robbers, so he shot back. So he hit a couple cops, and they shot as well and killed Breonna Taylor. Okay. So that's, if I'm not mistaken, that is the story.
That's pretty much what I heard too. But another thing I just heard from somebody just yesterday would add a whole nother twist to it is the guy who they was supposedly looking for, who was her ex-boyfriend, who was supposedly a known drug dealer, was already in custody. Now if that's the case, The police, the ones who executed the warrant, they wasn't necessarily in the wrong personally, but the department is still, because whoever, the supervisors, their supervisors should have known that the person was already in custody.
No, I'll say this though.
You know,
with that, it's different though, because if you know the system, as far as processing goes, whenever they give a warrant out, they send groups out of police officers, right? So let's say it's a warrant for this crib, it's a warrant for that crib. One group might go out at 8 in the morning. The next group might go out at 10. Now they got you, but that other group don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So they can get you and you still process.
Because the warrant hasn't been put in the system yet. Right.
You ain't even.
And then plus another thing, I don't know if it was even the same agency. It could have been like a federal agency. It could have been a local agency. I don't know. So if that's the case, then that really can happen. So if that's the case, like when people was mad because the officers didn't get charged, they're not gonna get a first-degree murder out of it because it got to be intent. But you can get like negligent homicide, and the police department itself can be held responsible. But you're not gonna get you're not gonna get it because it really ain't. You can't say the officers murder because it got to be first-degree, got to be intent. That's not what they did. So you never gonna get that.
It can definitely be negligent though.
Negligent homicide, you can get that against the department. You know.
Through the walls and all that.
See, but now I heard the neighbors was able to get a settlement because they got bullets inside of their wall. So the same day that the police didn't get charged, they got agreement with the law enforcement about having
that's
some bullets and everything in their wall.
It's just a fucked up situation, you know what I'm saying? And the girl Breonna Taylor, she was obviously innocent regardless of what happened.
Yeah, and that varies from state to state as far as that no-knock warrant. Some states have that and some states don't. So that depends on what state you in. I guess they was in Kentucky. I guess Kentucky had a no-knock warrant. At least that's what they said, you know. So yeah.
Rest in peace to it.
Well, let's talk about what are y'all. First of all, what are y'all thoughts on the coronavirus and everything?
It's
real.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real. We got these masks.
Right. So I guess Donald Trump knows it's real now too. So what are y'all thoughts on the president anyway, as far as that? You know, as far as him being contracting the coronavirus.
He was joking with it.
I'm just saying.
That's karma. That's karma.
I feel like that's a
It's a month away from election.
I feel like he for the probably him and his wife got the coronavirus or whatever, and they
Hello.
They not coming outside for that.
I mean, I don't wish no bad intent on nobody. So I wish him and his family the best, you know what I'm saying? But it is karma as far as how he did try to talk about the Chinese in that certain type of way, calling it the China virus, all of that extra stuff, and then lo and behold,
I didn't see the debate.
It is a month away from election, so we got to keep that in mind. Just keeping it, keeping it real.
But I don't know if that would make him that would work in his favor or not, though.
It's a
Now look,
publicity.
I'm gonna see.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna explain to you. I believe that he gonna try to do like him and his wife got the corona or whatever, and he got the tools and the medicine to cure it. You get what I'm saying? So if you elect me as president, I can bring that out to you.
Or you think
Now look, Now if he do happen to lose his life, you know what I'm saying? God forbid or whatever, then I'm gonna be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Not Trump, but if he don't go and he somehow
Donald Trump is a blessing. Get well, Donald Trump. 2020, he brought us some blessings. I don't know if anybody else caught their blessings, but he gave me some blessings. He brought
But some people say that he owed it out. So it wasn't it wasn't a gift.
they stopped us from working. They had to give us up.
No, I'm saying people who blame him for the coronavirus anyway said that's what he had to do. Because it's people.
I'm gonna tell you something. I just blame media period for corona. Because you gotta think about in the beginning, they told us if you wear a mask, you look dumb as hell. What's the point of wearing masks? It's not airborne. A few months later, it comes out as airborne. Now everybody in a frenzy and in shambles and shit.
At first it was skin contact.
You know what I'm saying?
had to touch somebody in order to get
So I think a lot of people took part in it.
Did anybody see the debate? Because they said he was mocking Biden because Biden had the mask.
I didn't even watch that shit.
I heard that they was acting like kids. That's all I heard.
I ain't watched that shit.
I seen a little bit.
I ain't watched the full thing.
Let me ask you a question.
I did watch it, but I ain't watched it.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask all y'all a question.
For sure.
Are you registered to vote? Are you voting?
Yeah, I'm registered.
You voting?
Yes, sir.
You voting? Y'all voting?
I ain't sure.
What's the point of voting?
Well, I mean, you know, it's each person's. Now, I was always taught to register to vote. I mean, you know, it's each
I'm
person's
registered to
own. You
vote.
know,
In 2016, I voted, right? Y'all voted. I don't know if y'all was old enough yet.
2016, I don't believe so.
Yeah, you voted.
Yeah.
So, who was he running against in 2016? Was it Hillary?
Hillary Clinton.
Okay, so we voted for Hillary Clinton, right? She won a popular vote. What happened?
well, the popular vote don't necessarily mean you win. You got to win certain states.
But that's what the media teach us. If I was to go ask a random person why they vote, they gonna think it's because of the popular vote, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, the United States has such a fucked up voting system. It makes no sense. Like, I don't care. Like, somebody, you can pull anything out your ass right now and try to logically explain to me the voting system. It's not.
Do you know how it worked though?
So I don't. Nobody knows how.
No, well, the way it works is certain states carry more weight.
Exactly.
Like the main states, like California, Texas,
so you
New York, Illinois, Florida,
so
Michigan.
You telling me, right? I think, matter of fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think in Illinois, a lot of people voted for Hillary Clinton.
But
more than,
so if you get that state, is that
See what it is?
It's an electoral
Each
vote.
state is worth a certain amount of electoral votes. Depending on how big the state, like California is worth a lot of votes.
Right.
You win California, that's a lot.
Yeah.
California, Texas, New York, Florida, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, then it's getting less and less.
Exactly.
You gotta win those states.
Yeah.
Because overall throughout the country, you might have more votes, but you're not getting the delegates because you didn't win the important states. Or even though you got more votes.
Right.
That's basically how it works.
I was
And
looking
he
at
literally won off of
I was looking at
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
He go live all the time and he just talk politics. And he was talking to a politician. I'm not sure of his name, but they were just having a discussion how they saying people believe that the popular vote wins, and they believe that it has something to do with like swing states and electorals, and that is not the case. I'm telling you, the media's telling y'all this, bro. That shit do not matter, bro.
Well, what are you really voting for is you basically helping your state win to get the electoral votes.
I guess everything is opinionated because at the end of the day, we'll never know. I don't care who
That's
you
the
are,
facts.
you will never know.
That's the
You
facts.
know what I'm saying? Only thing I can say is if you gonna vote at state level, governors, mayors, officials, things like that. But at the end of the day, I don't care who you vote for. They gonna pick who the fuck they want to pick. And you can believe me or not, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. Cause me and in 2016, me and a bunch of people, we went out and we voted. A lot of people went out and voted,
Right.
and it still didn't make a difference. So what's the point? At one point in your life, you gotta look in the mirror and just ask yourself, what is the point of all this shit?
I also feel like that's why a lot of black people got to get more into politics too. You feel me? Like, if we didn't end up making a difference, everybody else that's been there before us, they ain't never really trickled down to the black community. And the ones that did almost got killed. Or like Obama, the power was in, the House of Representatives, and that was Republican at the time that he was in office. So that didn't really do nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I think that, in a sense, as long as we really start doing what we got to do to get in those offices and make the difference for not only our people, but especially minorities, then that'll give us someone to vote for that could possibly make the difference and show the younger generation why we need to start voting and still vote. And because we had to fight to vote in the beginning, so you don't want to get to a point where it's like, oh, well, what we voting for now?
Because see, it's still the same thing. If you don't vote, then your state won't get the electoral votes and your state won't win. But I wish it was probably where you could just vote and the popular vote win.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot simpler, but that ain't the way they do it.
But I guess if you leave the vote in the people's hands, it's more. I guess they would see it
during that time.
I guess they would see that as goofy though. Like if you just leave.
Because basically what they're saying is, like for instance, California got like 30 million people. Then you take a state, something like Delaware, they got maybe maybe 1 million people, maybe,
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Like it just don't carry as much weight as California.
Fact.
So they give California a lot of electoral votes because it carry a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, man. In my opinion, like politics, that you would kill yourself trying to. You know what I'm saying? That shit's just goofy to me. It's like Monopoly to me. It's a game. Like if you really get down to the core of politics, this shit is a fucking game with these people. Just the fucking thoughts of you gotta pick a fucking party and you gotta vote for you leaving your hand in people. It's just it's goofy to me. It's like
But
gangbang.
you know what? Basically, people gotta, you know,
Do for self.
Right. It's up to you.
Cause can't nobody
if you don't
in no
want
office
nothing,
help, can't nobody in no office help my family.
Right. If you don't want nothing, you ain't gonna do nothing. It don't matter who the president is.
Exactly.
It don't matter who the mayor is.
Don't matter who it
Don't
is.
matter who the governor is.
Yep.
If you ain't gonna do nothing, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Shit goofy.
So
Politics goofy to me, man.
I'm a little off track. I'm still in the politics lane or whatever. But you know who I don't like? That black chick named Candace something. What's her name?
Candace Owens.
Candace O. I you know, like, no disrespect, bro, but I hate.
Nah, I'm gonna say this. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah,
bro.
I hate that bitch, bro.
She's
Like, real talk,
she's
bro.
a cancer to black people. Fuck that bitch.
Real talk. Like, if she was to
God.
come and try to, like, politic us and be like, we need to, you know, wake up, this and that, I'd probably smack the shit out of
Fuck
her.
that
man, to be honest with you.
Fuck her, bro.
Like, check it out. She had a whole wedding, married to a white man, number of white people there, and all of that at her wedding, they got on Make America Great Again hats.
Look, end of the day, do for self. Don't depend on nobody. If you believe in politics, that's cool, but do for self.
Definitely do for self, you know. Look out for one another as a community, as a people.
Ain't no politician gonna take you job hunting. You gotta go yourself.
Check it out.
Do for self.
It's your
But,
boy Jody, man. I ain't got no, you know, big platform or none of that yet, but I'm up and coming. I'm under my brother. You feel me? So, you know, you follow him, you're gonna always see me, man. I'm coming, man. Y'all see I'm coming.
For sure.
You still doing the music thing?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I got some dropping, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know me by now, cause I'm always on his channel. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. You feel me? I got a project out called King Quan. I think it just hit like 15,000 streams. I got King Los on that motherfucker, Fred the Godson. Rest in peace, Fred the Godson. I got a song I dropped with motherfucking Reed Dollars, you feel me? Shout out Big Bro, you feel me? That's the OG Philly, you feel me? I'm doing my thing though, you feel me? I ain't some small time rapping, you know what I mean? So, you feel me? Just follow me. I'ma have them drop my name.
Hey, if all y'all from Chicago, if y'all wasn't living in Chicago, where would y'all want to live at?
Chicago. Chicago.
Right, Chicago, but shit, probably New York.
I say Long Beach. I went to Long Beach last year. That shit was dope as fuck. Shout out Long Beach.
Okay. Y'all ever been to Detroit?
Yeah, my OG live in Detroit.
Shout out my nigga JT. He from Detroit. He doing this thing.
Yeah, Detroit.
Okay.
Shit, I fuck with Detroit.
Okay.
But I wouldn't move to Detroit though.
It's just like Chicago.
I'm not saying Chicago though.
It's literally
That's the same
just like
shit.
Chicago. They got the Coney Islands and shit out there.
They got Coney Islands out here?
No, I'm saying out in Detroit.
Oh, I ain't
It's just a restaurant. That's
No, I'm saying, but do they got them out here? I know.
like restaurants and shit like Coney Island. Yeah, but we just call them restaurants. Or like we call it by his name type shit.
Oh no, they like Coney Island is a separate chain of restaurants. They like. You know.
So look, I was on the west side of Detroit, and basically every time we went to the restaurant, they called that motherfucker the Coney
Because probably everyone they went to was a Coney Island.
So I'm like, damn, shit, they got the Coney Island.
But there's a whole lot of them. But they a chain of restaurants in Detroit, like you know, and they pretty much just in Detroit, the Detroit area. I don't see them that like you see a few of them here and there's a few of them in New York. That's why it actually started in New York.
Really?
Like with from the Coney Island, I think amusement.
Okay.
That's where it actually originally started, and then they just became big in Detroit. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Knowledge is key, yo.
All right, so we're gonna sign off here unless y'all got anything else. Y'all
Feel me? You feel me? I mean, I'm up and coming, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out the gang, you know what I'm saying, man?
Shout out the gang, you know what I'm saying,
man?
Once
606, y'all know how we coming, man.
Westside Key, matter of fact, Westside Key on Twitter and _ Westside Key on Instagram.
Okay, so you can.
Yeah, TYBG Time on Instagram.
Hey, before you go, watch out real quick. Come here. I'm on the bacon. Kangaroo pouch.
Kangaroo pouch. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So.
Tell his ass go direct traffic or something.
All right.
For real though, keep in touch with us. We all trying to make it out, do our thing. We stay out the way.
For sure.
Everybody, we all on our own grind out here too.
Yup.
We all got something going for us. I'm an up and coming boxer out here. You can find my Instagram 773.izzy, IZZY.
Catch them hands, yo. Catch them hands.
Oh, you a boxer?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
I go to this Austin Boxing Club right over here on Austin and Division.
Yeah,
Right there with Sal, right?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Oh, okay. All right. And so you can
No, it's fine. Let me know what you're doing. Come here. Don't leave.
You can get this too.
I do music.
Yeah, I see you do the video.
Oh, he's just not meeting his neighbors?
Yeah.
And know I look kind of fucked up right now, but when I'm like looking good, I look good. Alright, so let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, but I'm his name's Charlie Gold. Look him up. He a big YouTuber. He got millions of views.
But I mean, give me your
You got IG?